Hello and welcome back to another episode of Angel's Craft Closet. Today I'm going to be making this simple Halloween gift bag. You can use it for treats or other little trinkets. I used the tags, bags, boxes, and more Cricut cartridge to cut out this bag, using a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of Stampin' Up! Whisper White cardstock, which I cut in half. So the size I fed through my Cricut was 5.5 by 8.5 inches. The gift bag template I used is on page 115 of the cartridge booklet. Now this is what it looks like when you use your Cricut to cut it out, and I cut mine to 4 inches. That was the largest I could get out of my sheet of paper. You'll see that there are little tick marks where you are going to score the box. And I found, you can use your bone folder, but I actually found that using a ruler with my Quick Cuts quick stick works out really well, because it has a finer tip, if you can see that right there, to make that little line really close to my ruler marks. So what I went through and did was score all of the lines on the box before feeding it through my Cuttlebug with a texture plate, which we'll see in just a minute. So I scored across all the tick marks, and then I reinforced the folds before I embossed it, so that I could see them after I added the texture. Now you'll see that little hole that was cut out in the cartridge. I am using that to feed the ribbon through, and you can decide which side you want it on, because it makes a difference on how the texture is going to come through. The plate itself is too small to feed the entire box cutout on, so I actually folded it in half, which means that part of the box will have a reversed image on it. So I tried to get the raised portion on the front of my box. And how you layer it is by using your A plate of your Cuttlebug, and your Fiskars texture plate on top of that, and then the paper that you wish to emboss on top of that. And then I have a Spellbinders mat that you really need to make sure that the texture comes through, and then I used the C plate on top of that and fed it through the Cuttlebug. And you'll see it gives a really great texture on the box or gift bag. And you see what I mean there about the raised and the concave, how they look different. So I'm just going through and folding again along all my score lines, and I'm going to start gluing down my flaps. Now I am using the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. It means what it says about the Quick Dry, so you don't have a lot of playing time to move it around once you stick it down, but it is a very sturdy adhesive, which makes it great for this type of project. Another thing that you could use, obviously, is your sticky strip, that red tape. That would also work really well for this application. Along that small little flap, though, you probably need the 1/4 inch size, or 1/8 inch size rather. And I'm just adding one long bead of this adhesive on the bottom, and then I'm going to go in from the top of the box and press it down firmly, just to make sure that all of the surfaces on the bottom of the box are stuck together, so that we don't have any problem with our treats falling out the bottom. But it's a very sturdy glue, so there shouldn't be a problem. The textured plate is called Webbing. It's the Fiskars Webbing texture plate. And so there's that little slit that was cut out in the template. Now I have this spider web ribbon that I found in the craft department of my local discount store. It's a great place to find seasonal ribbons for not a lot of money. And so I have a 4-inch piece of the ribbon that I'm just feeding through. And I'm just going to tie it so that I can get the design hopefully facing out. And amazingly enough, it worked. Now what's great about these treat boxes, it's such a simple design. You could leave it plain if you wanted to and just add ribbon. You can actually cut it out with the blackout feature and avoid having that slit altogether. But I think another thing that this would be great for is baby shower party favors. Now the filling I'm using, I had some leftover strips of black and orange paper that I just cut into strips and ran through my paper crimper that I'm putting in here. And this is a really good size bag for maybe 2 snack size candy bars or a handful of M&Ms or jelly beans. So if you were to use it for a baby shower, Fiskars makes this great footprint template that you could emboss it with and maybe add some cute ribbon. And so here is the finished product ready for your Halloween trick-or-treaters or co-workers as a little gift. I left mine plain, but you could add a message. So thanks again for joining me for another episode of Angel's Craft Closet. Please feel free to visit my blog at angelscraftcloset.blogspot.com. Thank you and have a wonderful day.